There's a lot of weapons that you can use in Sol Knight, but one weapon stands out with its name. Can we beat Sol Knight by only using the one and only Bad Pistol? If you haven't already know, Bad Pistol speaks for itself. The Bad Pistol is one of the worst weapons in the game because of its low damage to the enemies and generally low stats compared to the other common weapons. The only upside of the Bad Pistol is that it doesn't require any energy. But of course, before I start this challenge, I gotta invite some of my friends because no way I will ever beat Sol Knight with using a Bad Pistol all alone. So our first player will be Alexia, the second player was Mark, the third player was me, the bird, and the fourth player was Rabbit. Giving our characters of our run, we chose Warrior, Alchemist, Priest, and Paladin. If you ask me why we choose these characters, I don't know. We're probably random picking every character that we think it's good for the run, cause I don't know what to do. I don't know why I do this. I'm just a person who's commentating on this Can You Beat video of Sol Knight. But we agreed that using skills is valid as long as we use the Bad Pistol. Using melee is fine as long as we don't use any melee weapons. We also used rings to use as many advantages as we can get. So with that out of the way, let us start with the run. Starting off with our run, we got spawned in Glacier Map, the Arctic themed dungeon floors full of snow apes and Yellow Steve who has more mining technological advances than Minecraft ever had. Actually, I think that's Alex. But as near as I could tell, our Bad Pistol manages to send away the apes and the Minecraft babies deep into the cold voids of the water and wishes to never come back. Choosing our first buff, we decided to pick the critical bullets to make our Bad Pistols decently strong. Successfully reaching through level 3 and 4, the baby apes and Minecraft babies are grown now into their stages of adolescence. Also, they're a bit tough now, like that dog that I met a while ago down the block of our house, thinking he's so tough, but in reality, I have a reasonable sized stick and a particular set of skills that dog cannot comprehend. In the end, the dog cowardly run and didn't manage to pass the rabies that it had, and not making me pay a lot of money for anti-rabies treatment. Entering level 5, we face Frosty the Snowman. Yes, he is alive, but unlucky for him, he woke up late. December ended a while ago. His existence took him about 1 minute or so, and he already got sent into the void alongside with the Minecraft babies. Successfully finishing floor 1, we entered the portal to floor 2 and the real game began. If you're asking why the real game begins in floor 2, it's because we all know by now that floor 2 is where the abomination and chaos starts. It is where some people begin their downfall in the game, but not for us. We are designed to beat the game over and over again till the last day of our graduation in college. As you can see in the screen while I was rumbling about how good we are in this game, floor 2 is the dark dungeon, full of spiders, skeletons, and skeleton dogs, aka Grim, the pet of Dan TDM. Yes, Grim got so abandoned that he had to move in a different game to be more productive and useful. When I say useful, I mean useful to us by killing Grim with a Bad Pistol. Other than that, we have no idea what we will do about the energy and coins that Grim and his friends are dropping, since we can't buy any guns. And we have a healer, so we don't really need any potions to heal us. But we decided to buy some slaves to help us in our run. Now if you're gonna cry like a little baby saying that the slaves doesn't use any Bad Pistol, that means this run is a clickbait. To which I say, the word we is not including the mercenaries, since I'm referring to us, the players, who would only use the Bad Pistol. I won't defend any of the mercenary issues anymore, since Rabbit is already using the big swords in the start of the game. So if you're gonna be mad at me, be mad at Rabbit. He supposedly carried us using other characters, but instead he used the character that has melee weapon skills instead. Another issue that I have to discuss is that we're almost at floor 3. After the boss in this round, there's a place that we don't want to go to, the Neo Isle. We're worrying about a lot of side effects that may occur at any moment when we step foot on that map. And most of our worries is the boss of the floor. We're hoping that we don't face the Pirate King. Why? We will get into that in a bit. The floor 2 boss is the floating robot. As you may know, robot has a lot of high-tech weapons depending on what the designer meant to put in the robot. But even if the designer of the robot was Albert Einstein, it has no chance of defeating us. Even if the robot uses its lasers and red glowing beams, we're just unstoppable at this point. Reaching floor 3, we got unlucky. We spawned in the Neo Isle. Now it's time for me to tell you why we don't want to encounter the Pirate King. The Snow King's health had about 480 health, while the robot had about 740 health. And lastly, the Pirate King had a whopping 1200 health. Now that is a lot of health. The thing is, killing the Pirate King may take a while to kill. Taking a lot of time is prone for us to die in the game. Speaking of dying, we die a lot of times in this run, but manages to rise up and fight the pirate baboons like there's no tomorrow. And about the bad pistol, it's doing fine, I guess. Using the red rings to make the bullets big helps a lot damaging the enemies. So far, so good. While my teammates are starting to concentrate about the fight, I was failing the run miserably. There's a mosquito flying around in my face that time and landed on the screen of my phone. I tried to press the mosquito, but suddenly the mosquito fly and accidentally pressed the secondary gun and fired the gun without thinking what I was doing. So we had to reset the level again. By the time we entered the level 3 and 4, pirates had lasers now, and also tough to eliminate, but so far we are managing to survive every rooms in floor 3. Also, before we dive into battle, we gave the mercenaries some medicine pills to use later. And finally, the final boss. Of course, it's the Pirate King. We didn't expect more or less in this run. It feels like the game knows that we hate this boss, so it places us back in here every time we play Soul Knight. But no worries, I hate Soul Knight too. If Soul Knight hates me, then I hate Soul Knight even more. But little did Soul Knight know, through my longest days of living in this earth, I had faced many challenges more harder than this, so these types of unlucky events are not new to me anymore. But still, even Soul Knight placing its final card, the last laugh, is still on us, and we managed to beat the Pirate King. And now, it's safe to say that you can definitely beat Soul Knight with only using a bad pistol. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and subscribe for more upcoming video challenges. If you want to recommend more challenge, leave a comment down below. Once again, this is Nuber for Not Safe for Enemies. Have a great day.